All right, let's dive into something that's absolutely fundamental for anyone managing a virtual environment: vCenter permissions. Seriously, think of these as the master keys in the entire security system for your digital kingdom.
So let me just start by asking you a really important question. Who actually has the keys to your digital kingdom? It sounds basic, right? But the answer to that question is what separates a secure, stable system from a disaster waiting to happen.
Okay, so before we can even talk about the keys, we got to understand the building they unlock. And that building is VMware vCenter. It is the command center, the digital headquarters for your entire virtual world.
You know, here's a really easy way to think about it. Just picture vCenter as the main office building for your whole company. Every single server, every virtual machine you have, they're all just different rooms and floors inside this one massive building.
So, if vCenter is our big office building, then permissions, well, they're the security rules. It's all about figuring out who can get inside, what they're allowed to do once they're in there, and where exactly they're allowed to go.
Okay, brace yourself. Here comes the official textbook definition. vCenter permissions are a system that defines what users can do by assigning roles, which are basically collections of privileges, to specific objects, like a virtual machine or a host server.
Was that a little too technical? Don't worry, let's bring it right back to our analogy, because all the definition really means is this. It's about giving the right people the right key cards for the right rooms. That's it, simple as that.
You know, to really get a grip on this, you just have to understand how any permission is built. And it's actually pretty simple. It all comes down to three basic building blocks: objects, roles, and privileges.
Let's walk through this together. First up, we have the object. In our building analogy, that's just a specific room or a floor. In vCenter, it's a virtual machine. Easy. Next, we have the role. Think of this as the type of key card you're handing out. Is it an intern key card or a CEO key card? In vCenter, this might be a read-only role. And finally, the privilege. This is the important part. It's what the key card can actually do. Like, does it unlock a specific door? In vCenter, that's a specific action, like being able to power on a VM.
So, if there's one thing you really lock in, let it be this. A role is the key card itself, but a privilege is the specific door it can open. See, an intern can have a key card, that's their role, but it sure isn't going to open the door to the main server room. That difference is absolutely crucial.
Okay, so we know what they are, but why does any of this actually matter? Well, getting this right is literally the difference between a secure, well-run environment and just total chaos. Let's take a look.
I mean, this visual pretty much says it all, doesn't it? On the one side, without permissions, it's a total nightmare. You've got accidental deletions, massive security risks, and just administrative chaos. But on the other side, with a solid permission structure, you get control. You can safely delegate tasks, you can boost your security and meet compliance, and you get order and peace of mind.
So what's the golden rule here? The guiding philosophy behind all of this is something called the principle of least privilege. It's so simple, but so powerful. You should only give users the absolute minimum level of access, the fewest privileges they need to do their job. Nothing more. That one principle alone can prevent a world of hurt.
So how do you actually do this? It sounds complex, but in practice, it's a really simple three-step dance. First, you choose your user. That's the person getting the key card. Second, you select the object, the specific room they need to get into. And third, you assign the role. You give them the right key card for that specific job. That's really all there is to it.
All right, we've gone through a lot here, so let's boil it all down. What's the key takeaway? What's the one thing you really need to walk away with from all of this?
Look, this isn't just theory. This matters to you because it stops those heart-stopping mistakes, like someone accidentally deleting a critical production server. It secures your most important data. It lets you give junior team members tasks without handing over the keys to the entire kingdom. And at the end of the day, it's the foundation of a stable, secure, professional environment.
So if you remember one thing, please remember this. Granular control isn't just some cool feature. It is the foundation of a secure and efficient virtual environment. It's not optional. It's absolutely essential.
And so I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about for your own setup. Take a second, be honest with yourself, and ask, are the right key cards opening the right doors in your environment?